You do your research, you find a skincare serum online, check the seller, and see a glowing 99% positive rating. You hit buy, and a week later, you receive a chemical-filled counterfeit that burns your skin. Modern e-commerce has a problem with perfection. Seller ratings are easily manipulated, and massive operations churn out incredibly convincing physical fakes to dump into the global supply chain. Consumers have learned to look for the catch. We have been burned enough times that we have developed an active defense mechanism called banner blindness. We subconsciously tune out 5-star reviews and flashy sales pitches because, in our experience, perfection usually signals a scam. This reflexive skepticism impacts high-end luxury too. Wealthy consumers are turning away from bags with ubiquitous logos, finding that overt branding feels like it is trying too hard to prove its own status. High-pressure marketing now creates resistance rather than desire. To survive, brands have to move away from capturing attention and start proving they can actually be trusted. Beauty and fast fashion brands have spent the last few years writing a new playbook. They have moved from selling products to manufacturing trust at an industrial scale. The old strategy was to hire a movie star, put them in a gown, and film them holding a perfume bottle. But a pristine, untouchable celebrity feels disconnected from our daily reality. Today, the economy of these industries runs on parasocial relationships, the one-sided emotional bonds we develop with digital creators. When a micro-influencer films in a messy bedroom, discusses a terrible acne breakout, and replies to followers in the comments, they create a powerful illusion. They appear as a peer rather than a salesperson. Perceived friendship leads to a measurable impact on the bottom line. Data indicates that when a creator builds a strong parasocial connection, purchase intention jumps by 28%. Mega brands like Shein have scaled this dynamic. Instead of agency models, they rely on a viral army of regular teenagers filming massive clothing hauls, turning thousands of everyday users into relatable ambassadors. We have stopped looking for aspirational glamour. When we make a purchase, we choose the person who feels like they are in the trenches with us. But manufactured friendship gets complicated when it meets federal law. When money changes hands, the FTC requires creators to disclose the partnership. The moment a mandatory ad tag appears, the intimacy of the post is tested. In beauty marketing, a clear sponsorship label can cause a creator's perceived authenticity to drop by 19%. Creators have learned to repair that damage. To regain confidence, they pull back the curtain and explain exactly why they took the deal, or actively criticize a minor flaw in the promoted product. This honesty allows them to reclaim nearly 12% of lost trust. For affordable cosmetics, transparency even increases sales, making the endorsement feel credible rather than bought. This preference for raw honesty isn't just a social media trend for younger shoppers. The desire for subtlety scales all the way to the top of the market. It is the driving force behind quiet luxury. High net worth buyers are abandoning loud, logo-heavy apparel for anonymous, high-quality craftsmanship. They want brands that are confident enough to remain understated. Across every demographic, visible desperation to sell destroys a brand's value. Verified, subtle authenticity preserves it. A $20 fast fashion haul and a $5,000 logo-less leather tote operate on the same psychological frequency. In these visual industries, trust has become a measurable weight on the scale of conversion. It is the primary factor deciding if an audience accepts a recommendation or filters it out as noise. Every time we open our phones, we navigate AI-generated reviews, undisclosed corporate sponsorships, and physical fakes. That constant deception has turned our skepticism into a hardened defense system. Traditional advertising campaigns designed to shout over the noise are simply bouncing off the wall. The brands and creators winning this race are the ones putting down the megaphone. They are showing their messy bedrooms, admitting to their flaws, and treating the consumer like an equal. When we are surrounded by perfectly crafted lies, raw authenticity is the only currency left that can actually make a sale.